there. This video was created to go with Chapter 2, Section 4 of your textbook, and we're going to be talking today about equations with no solutions in them. So let's get started. Okay, so the first example that we're going to work out together, you'll see on the left side I have a 9m, and I also have a -4. These are not like terms, therefore I cannot combine them on the left side of the equal sign. Now let's check this out over on the right side. So I have a -3m over here, a 5 that has no variable attached to it, in other words that's a constant, and then I have a 12m. So hopefully you can see right away that my like terms are going to be the -3m and the 12m. So before we start moving things back and forth across the equal sign, let's go ahead and combine those like terms. So we have 3 negative m's and 12 positive m's, just like I usually ask in class. What do we have more of, positives or negatives? That answer is 12. And how many more? We actually have 9 more m's. So this turns out to be a positive 9m plus 5. And my left side is going to stay the same because, as we said before, there's really nothing over there that we can simplify. Okay, so now we have an equation where we have variables on both sides again. So usually we work to get the variables over here on the right side moved over to the left side. So since this is a 9m and it's positive, we need to get rid of that. So we're going to use a -9m to make that happen. We're going to subtract 9m from both sides of the equal sign. Draw our line underneath. The 9m's drop out, and I'm left with simply a -4. And yes, that negative has to stay with the 4. We haven't done anything to get rid of that. Now on the right side of the equal sign, my 9m's cancel once again. This time I am left with a positive 5. Okay, now, as you can see, we're left with no variable. Our variables have dropped out completely. And when you look at this statement, we're left with -4 is equal to 5. So the question is this a true statement? And absolutely not. No. This is a false statement. -4 is not at all equal to 5. So anytime that you work out an equation, the variables drop out, and what you're left with is a false statement. That means there is no real solution to this equation. So what that means is there is no value of x in existence that if I were to plug that value, I'm sorry, not of x, but of m, that if I were to plug into this original equation, I would get a true statement. So there is nothing out there that will make this true. That's why our answer is no real solution. Sorry, I kind of took a nap on me. All right, so let's give the next problem a try. This is a you-try problem. This is our last one. This is a practice problem. Now I'm going to let you guys work this out. So what I'm going to recommend is here in just a second you push pause, and then you work out this problem and see what you come up with. When you hit play, I will jump back on and I will go through this with you. Just a little guidance though. This -1 that's out in front of the problem, you're going to have, I want you to think about what it is that you're going to have to do with that -1 since it's next to a set of parentheses. So go ahead and hit play now, see how you do, and then when you're ready, push play, or I'm sorry, hit pause now, see how you do, and when you're ready, go ahead and hit play and we'll check your answer. Okay, hopefully you've had a little bit of a chance to get this thing worked out. So let's walk through real briefly here. On the left side of the equal sign, once again, I have a variable term, my 2x, and I have a constant term, my 7. There is nothing I can do to combine those, so those guys are just going to stay exactly the same. Bring down my equal sign. Now on the right side, I'm going to be able to distribute my -1. So this basically just means I'm going to multiply a negative times each one of these values on the inside of the parentheses. So -1 times +3 is going to be a -3. And -1 times -2x, 1 times 2x, of course, is just a 2x. And negative times negative is a positive. Okay, so this is what that simplifies to. Now, once again, I have variables on both sides of the equal sign. I usually take these from the left and try to move them over to the right. I'm sorry, other way around. These on the right over to the left. So on the right side, I have a positive 2x. I need to get rid of that by using a negative. So negative 2x on both sides. My 2x's drop out over here. I'm left with a 7. My 2x's drop out over on the right side as well, and I'm left with a negative 3. 7 is not at all equal to negative 3. Those are very different values. So that means this is a false statement. And once again, that means there is no real solution to this equation. Okay, and that wraps it up. So you can head on into your textbook and do a few practice problems at this point. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was useful to you.